Imagine walking through feudal Japan at night. You hear nothing until it's too late. Was it a samurai armored and honorable, or a ninja hidden in the shadows? For centuries, movies and games have told us these two were mortal enemies, but what's the real truth? Tonight, we uncover samurai versus ninja. Samurai were elite warriors serving powerful lords called daimyo. They lived by Bushido, the way of the warrior, a strict code of honor, loyalty, and discipline. Think of them as the knights of Japan. Samurai trained openly, honing their skills with the sword, bow, and spear. They wore heavy, ornate armor into battle and carried the legendary katana, a symbol of their status and soul. Their role wasn't just war, they were also judges, bodyguards, and rulers, forming the backbone of Japanese society. For a samurai, honor was everything, valued even more than life itself. A public mistake could lead to seppuku, or ritual suicide, just to restore their family's honor. They were the visible power, the guardians of order. Now, let's talk about the ninja, or as they were historically called, shinobi. These were the complete opposite. Ninjas were spies, saboteurs, and assassins, hired for the dirty jobs that a noble samurai couldn't or wouldn't do. Their greatest weapon wasn't a sword, but invisibility. They were masters of stealth, moving through the night like ghosts. Their missions were covert, gathering intelligence on enemy castles, spreading misinformation to create chaos, starting fires to cause a distraction, and, when necessary, eliminating key targets. Unlike the samurai's strict moral code, the ninja's only code was success. The mission was all that mattered, and they would use any means necessary to achieve it. And this is where we get to the big twist that most people don't know. Samurai and ninja were not enemies. In fact, it was often the opposite. Contrary to all the movies and video games, ninjas frequently worked for samurai lords. Many ninjas were actually lower-class samurai themselves, specially trained in the covert arts of ninja. Powerful samurai clans, locked in constant power struggles, would secretly hire entire ninja families from famous regions like Iga and Koga. These ninjas were their secret weapon, their eyes and ears in the shadows, spying on rival clans and undermining their enemies from within. So, instead of being mortal enemies, they were two sides of the same coin, two different tools used by the same powerful lords. The samurai was the honor in the daylight, and the ninja was the secrecy in the darkness. So, the ultimate question, if they did fight, who would win? It completely depends on the circumstances. In a head-to-head duel on an open battlefield, the samurai would almost certainly win. Their heavy armor, superior swordsmanship, and direct combat training would overwhelm a lightly armored ninja. It would be a swift and decisive victory. But change the setting. Put them in a forest at midnight, or inside a castle where the ninja has had time to set traps. In a world of ambush, poison, and psychological warfare, the ninja has the undeniable advantage. The samurai's honor code becomes a weakness. It's a classic case of strength versus strategy, honor versus survival. Victory wouldn't belong to the better warrior, but to the one who controlled the battlefield. So why does this supposed rivalry still fascinate us so much, even after knowing the truth? It's the contrast. The samurai represents discipline, tradition, and visible power. The ninja represents freedom, cleverness, and the power of the unseen. One is the immovable mountain, the other is the water that flows around it. They are perfect opposites, embodying a fundamental clash of ideas that we find endlessly compelling. So now you decide. Samurai or ninja, who would you choose? Comment your choice below and tell me why. Like this video if you love uncovering hidden history, and subscribe for more untold stories that the movies never tell, because the past is often far more dangerous than fiction.